Hello everybody and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Save Slot 3 Gamescast. I'm your host, UF Gizmo, joined us by Massel Das
Hello everyone.
and Mr. C.W. Lanky.
Hi, Dave.
Boys, it's hot again. I can't believe they've done this to us.
It's not fair at this point, is it?
No,
We're going to have to move to some cold country, I think.
exactly. I'm going to America on Tuesday. I'm hoping that it will be...
I ain't going to be any colder, I don't think.
Yeah, but they have aircon everywhere, don't they? And guns, so I can shoot the sun.
Yeah.
So that'll be alright. But yeah. So this is the last podcast for a little while, boys. So that's what we thought we'd sneak one in on this lovely warm Saturday afternoon. So without further ado, the one thing that people want on a warm Saturday afternoon is the Chris Pengelly news desk. Time for some news.
8.5 news because I've added a slight one onto
Hey,
it.
baker and a half dozen for Pengi.
Yeah. Number one, Mario Smash Football. Is it called Mario Smash Football? I don't think it's called that over here.
It's called that in England, mate. And I'm not being American. It's not Mario
Yeah,
Strikers.
yeah, it's Mario. See, yeah, it's weird. I always think of it as Strikers, even though what's the one on Switch called Strikers?
Yeah, I think the Wii one
Yeah.
was also called Strikers, but
Yeah, that's what is in my head.
we are English people, so we will give it its English name. Go save the quiz.
Yes, so that's coming on the 3rd of July, just before Independence Day. So Americans there. Yeah, it was a good game. I remember playing it a lot on the old GameCube and stuff like that. Not this one, but the follow-up one on the Wii did play a lot, a bit online with the G-Namer lags, and we did have a league of Strikers, and that's basically the only time we played Strikers on the Switch. But maybe it'll come back for Smash Football. Will you be playing some Smash Football with us, Davey?
Oh, absolutely. So this one is in my opinion, is the best one.
Yeah, I was going to say I think so.
The Wii one has the weird goalkeeping thing that basically negates all the power shots, where it goes into like a flash game and you like catch the ball, and it doesn't do that in this one. Yeah, probably more content in this one than the one that came out on Switch as well, weirdly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it should work quite well with the whole NSO online thing, because it is literally just like you're controlling players, so you don't need to like split screen or anything. So yeah, I'm quite excited for this one. I remember smashing through all the cups, pun intended, back in the day. I actually got my second GameCube, Pengi, that I bought when I was in university, and I'd sold everything to go to uni. I walked into a game and they had the Pearl White Smash Football bundle.
Oh yeah,
And
that is a nice game.
It was $29.99, and I bought it, and I sold it a couple of years later, and I wish I hadn't, because that bundle is worth a fortune now. But yeah, it was a beautiful Pearl White GameCube with Mario Smash Football. But yeah, great game. Looking forward to playing it.
Yeah, will you be playing some of this Craigie Smash Football?
Maybe I did try the Switch one from the demo. I did not like it at all. I'll be honest.
This is a lot better than the Switch one.
The
controls are weird in the Switch one. I don't know why they were so strange.
It was very strange game. I think I remember playing the demo and then frantically cancelling my pre-order. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, I believe I did the same actually. But yeah, the controls
And then
are
I think it
so
came out
weird.
That it was like no content and all that as well. I was like,
That's what I was just gonna say. It's weird that like all the Switch sports games had like no content to them, and then you go like Smash Football's gonna come out that was like a €20+ game and have more content and stuff. But I guess that's also the way of the world now. Like Mario Golf, they kept adding content, didn't they? A bit of a live service without being a live service.
Yeah, and it's a funny thought as well with the GameCube ports, because the GameCube Mario Golf is amazingly better than, like, if you think that Mario Golf Super Rush is a 5 or 6 out of 10, like Toadstool Tour is like a solid 9 out of 10. There's so much content, has all the weird Mario shit as well. Like, it's great. So I do hope that this is the start of all the sports games, because I would very much like to play Mario Power Tennis and Toadstool Tour and Sluggers, because I never got a chance to play the baseball game, as well as all of the Mario Parties. Oh, the more I think about it, the more I could end up spending 400 hours just on the bloody NSO. But yeah, great start to the first game coming out, Pengi.
Yeah. What is great, because it's got a 90 on OpenCritic, that's Death Stranding 2, Davey.
Huge.
Huge. It is huge. I gotta slide into what I've been playing, and I've only really played two things since last podcast, and one of them is Death Stranding 2, which I started yesterday. I've played 8 hours, I believe,
You're an
according to
animal,
my
Pengi.
save.
An animal.
And I think, well, I know where I'm here. I've only just started episode 3. There's 17 episodes, and it takes 7 hours to get out of the tutorial, basically. Yeah, because then episode 2 is pretty short, and episode 3 they just started. I think I'm 8 hours saved, so 2 and 3 about an hour, 7 hours of episode 1, which I say is pretty much the tutorial thing. So if you've played like your metaphors, Craig and stuff, whether the 10 hours to get going, sort of thing, it's similar to that. It's like this is how you put your cargo on, where you're carrying and walking. This is how you do the walking. This is how you do combat. It's like, oh, this is what the blood grenades do against the BTs and all that stuff's like re-explaining, the game, and it also explains like why, a bit in like a Metroid sense, like why you've got no stuff, because like obviously at the end of Death Stranding you'd have made all these, weapons, tools, grenades, and stuff like that, and you haven't got any of that. And then now it kind of explains in all that, and like how to build structures, and this is what the new structures do and stuff like that. So the game feels like it's only just starting from what I've played, and now we are in episode 3. We are in Australia. So there. Episode 2 is Ray Kojima cutscene heavy. You got to get that in. But yeah, so far it is more Death Stranding, but only in episode 3 of 17 and 7 hours, 7 or 8 hours of a 40-hour game. So yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually replaying. Well, trying to finish the first one at the moment. So obviously no spoilers in the podcast. But you're happy with your purchase so far, Pengi? Is that what you said?
Yes. So far, so good.
Nice. Can we tempt you to try the series, Craig?
I've got so much to play, Dave. I'll be honest, mate.
You're right. I mean, Fantasy Life will not play itself at this point.
Yeah. If I had unlimited time, maybe. But...
Yeah.
You never know.
But we've worked out how to drive a car and all that. So yeah, like I said, it's pretty much tutorial at the moment, which we are just out of. So that's Death Stranding 2. Then we had some showcases and stuff this past week. We had the Arc Systems showcase, which I actually kind of knew what happened because I've seen some of these trailers and stuff now, and I didn't realise they were all Arc system work. So we had, I don't know, I think maybe reverse order, I'm not sure. We had Damon and the Baby, which is going to be a smaller mid-range game outside of the fighting genre for Arc System Wars. Watching the trailer now, I got very thing. It looks odd and stuff, like I think you're a bear, some sort of demon bear thing. Not really sure what that is. Then they showed Bubble Bobble Super Dungeons, which is it a dungeon crawler?
So it's like a 2D platform puzzle game.
Yeah. So there's that. Then we got Demon's Night Fever, which I don't know what that is. Looks very cutscene heavy or story heavy. What I've seen in here doesn't show you any real gameplay. That's just a visual novel. Then that would be right. Then they showed Double Dragon Revive, which obviously you may know, which is coming October 23rd. So there's some Double Dragon action there. So that could be for you, Dave. You like a bit of Double Dragon?
Do you like a bit of Double Dragon?
Yeah. And then they ended it with, I believe they must have ended with this, Dear Me I Was, which is coming exclusively to the Switch 2. And it's from the guys between like Another Code and Hotel Dusk and all that. And it looks like you're doing a life of this woman. It says an ordinary life as a woman, but it's also a video game. So I don't know how ordinary your life will be. And it looks like it uses the mouse controls quite heavily, which again makes some sense because obviously Hotel Dusk and Another Code were all on DS, and obviously you used the touchscreen. But then, and I guess you're using the mouse controls instead of a touchscreen to play stuff, Dave.
Yeah, it looks like something you would enjoy.
Yeah.
Definitely not
This when
something for
I
me.
saw the trailer for this, and I realized obviously it's Arc Systems, but works. But yeah, I didn't know they showed much else.
Yeah, not for me, but maybe for you, and
Mm.
but probably not for Craig, if I'm honest.
Craig, have you seen Dear Me, I Was?
I haven't seen any of this, Pengi, I'll be honest with you.
No, I didn't
You're
see
just
much
saying
of it.
words to me at the moment.
I mean,
Yeah,
puzzle bobble, Craig. Obviously, that's one for you. But other than that,
yeah, it's
Mike
weird.
Benai was very upset about that.
was he?
Yeah,
Guessing it
very
was more
upset.
puzzly than bobbly. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, it's also weird. This is an Arc Systems showcase, and they showed like no fighting games, whatever. Not even a glimpse of the Marvel fighting game for PlayStation. Like, here's a character, nothing. Eh,
I'm guessing they
Which is
publish a lot of stuff then, because Taito obviously makes
yeah,
puzzle bobble. So I'm assuming there's some sort of
yeah, and like with the
conglomerate.
Damon Baby thing, like how they want to make smaller games out of outside of fighting games. It's like, yeah, there we go. So that was one shot. That was a showcase, and then we had a Capcom spotlight, which kicked off with Pragmata, which we had exactly the same trailers we had before, Craig, but they also showed you gameplay this time. What did you think of this weird puzzle combat gameplay?
Yeah, it looks interesting. Definitely. It'd be interesting to see, like, 'cause it looks like every single monster you fight, you've got like a little pre hack to do, which is then like a mini game. Like, how varied and how many of these mini games they have? You worry if there's not that many, that might get quite repetitive, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a cool concept, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Your thoughts, Davey? Because it's Capcom, not horror sort of thing. Even though they did the like zombie robots when they were coming towards you, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks good. It's one of those with Pragmata and that sort of puzzle combat. It's either going to be very very good and a lot of fun, or it's going to be very repetitive and not. And I'm not sure which way around. Uh, it looks yet from the initial trailers. I think it looks really cool. I think it's a game that's absolutely on my radar. To play. And Capcom have a very good track record, don't they? So I know I don't like their horror games, but they don't tend to put any trash out. So it's something that I'm definitely interested in. How about you, Pengi?
Mhm. Yeah, it's one I am definitely interested, mainly because it is Capcom. They do good stuff. Is it in the Mega Man universe? That is the question, Craig.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, yeah. Even though they say new IP and that, it's like, is this Mega Man? Is it in the Mega Man universe? Who knows?
Is it you secretly Dr. Lie? Is this something I've missed? Is this an in-joke I've missed?
I think it's yeah.
Oh, I thought Craig would know because of like Messy Pin and stuff like that, and Jeff Grubb, all that. Then we had Street Fighter 6. They showed us the Gap coming soon. He's coming soon. And then what Craig was really happy about was swimsuit costumes. Also
Oh,
coming.
they showed something there, didn't they? Christ, they showed a
They
lot there.
concept arts as well. They didn't actually show you like the actual costumes in action. They showed you like the 5th of August. It's pretty soon for these costumes for all these characters. So yeah, has this got you to go buy Street Fighter on your Twitch 2, and you want to play Chun-Li in that swimsuit, Craigie?
No, absolutely not. But I know which costumes are going to be the most popular ones for those characters going forward. Christ.
Mm-hmm. You're going to be online, and everyone's going to be in their swimsuits.
Yeah.
Did this do anything for you, Dave? A bit of Cammy in a pink bikini?
No, I can look at porn if I want to look at porn, I suppose. But it's how they make all that's how every fighting game makes their money, because I think every Japanese fighting game does have that. So I'm looking forward to Marvel putting in some swimsuit Iron Man or something. It'd be fun.
Yeah, that will be fun. Then Capcom taught Resident Evil Requiem, and they showed quite a bit of this and how the first person and the third person gameplay differs, and how we're going back to Raccoon City, etc. Craigie.
Yeah, they spoke about the protagonist, didn't they? How at first they thought it was going to be Leon, and then they swapped it because they wanted it to be more horror focused. But we didn't know if we really saw much else from that first trailer we saw. They spoke about it a bit more. There was a more in-depth talk of their producers as well. I think they put on their YouTube channel, but I didn't watch that, so I couldn't tell you what they said there. But the game continues to look good, and it's early next year, isn't it? So it's not that far away, really.
Yeah, it's pretty soon, really, early February. Dave, obviously this did nothing for you, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's not for me, is it? Resident Evil,
No.
but looks fine, looks good for what it is. But yeah, no, it's interesting that it's linked to a really random game in the series.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah, but again, so it does make some sense. Like, Grace is going to be scared when Leon, you've seen everything. He's not going to be scared of anything now.
Exactly, not with that haircut.
No, sort of thing. Then we had Monster Hunter Wilds, where they showed off the monsters coming and some collaboration stuff. Like, we're going to be able to get Fender guitars, Craig.
Yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit strange where that came from. But yeah, they did show the roadmap for this. It did actually make me jump in again. I was like, I didn't finish the first bit they did, so I did jump in and fight the Chia, whatever it's called, a few times.
Yeah.
Beat the fuck out of that a few times, got the armor now. Funnily enough, it's not too bad once you know what you're doing. We were doing it, we were being morons.
Yeah, I don't know what happened because I've got all the armor as well now and other armor and stuff. Did you also fight Mitsuzune? That was the added one from title update one.
Yeah, I haven't got the armor for that one yet, but no, I have done those quests as well.
Yeah, so and we're gonna get new festival record where we're gonna get Flame Feet. I'm making a prediction. Once we've had all 4 title updates and we've had all 4 festivals, and the game's like a year old, that's when they announce the expansion. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. They've got a good formula, haven't they, with our dear friends at Monster Hunter. But yeah, it's cool that Chris is coming back from my favourite Monster Hunter, but that's about it, really.
Yeah, so it's that. Then they show the Kenichi and Gami Path to the Goddess, basically saying the game was out on Switch 2 and out on other things. It's almost a year old already, and we're getting some weird music character thing that's going to change it to music 8-bit style as free. So it wasn't that interesting, but I don't think. Sort of thing. Obviously, you've also got this on Switch 2, Dave. Do you want a weird 8-bit style music?
I think it's a cool addition in addition to the roguelike mode that they've also done. Because they didn't have to do it. It's not something that's going to make you go back to the game if you haven't already. But as someone who's actively playing it, it's cool. It's cool. It's a cool game. More people should play it. It's really good.
And that was basically the Capcom show. I think they also showed you yo, Capcom Fighting Collection is out now. Go buy it. That sort of thing. But yeah, that was it. It's basically his Resident Evil on it. Cray.
Yeah, and a lot of Monster Hunter as well.
A
lot of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, will that get people back in? Will it get people back into Monster Hunter? Like, obviously, you jump back in. I'm going to mention jump back in and fight the 2 new monsters and do the festival. But obviously, the player base has dwindled dramatically on Steam. It's like 1% or something is left from the highest peak.
Yeah, people have turned a bit hostile towards it as well, haven't they? So it's hard once that's happened to win them back over. I guess it'd be the big DLC will be the thing that, next year if they do it, that will be the chance to bring those people back, maybe.
Yeah. Then Nintendo announced, they keep doing this on their Nintendo Today app things. Drag and Drive is being dated for the 14th of August, and it's going to be $16.99 on the eShop. Dave, you going to pick up Dragon Drive?
I'm more tempted that it's $16.99. And obviously it's all online multiplayer and everything as well. And they said it's 12 players online, so it's definitely one that I'm not going to get day one. Pengi, it's a wait for review, because if it's reviews at anything above a 70, I mean, I've gone for it on Fantasy Critic out of sheer panic more than anything. But if people like it and it's got good content, then for £17, I'd have no problem giving it a go. To be honest with you, I know it's a bit of a weird concept, but you got to try these
Yeah.
weird concepts, haven't you, from time to time? But yeah, I think it
Yeah.
looks okay from what we've seen so far.
Craig, what are you thinking on Dragon Drive?
It's good that they've gone for a lower price because
Mm-hmm.
you would worry otherwise. That's what, two Switch 2 tour games essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they were what, £8.
Yeah.
Um, I do worry for it even at that price in honesty because it just kind of looked like a tech demo essentially, right? And I do wonder if this will be a Nintendo thing where there's just no like content for it at all. If that makes sense. It's like almost like the sports games last gen. It's just very bare bones, and yeah, I do worry for it.
Aesthetically, it looks very un-Nintendo. Like everything's like
Yeah,
grey and like brown and that. And it did obviously when it comes out, it may look better. And it looked very drab and sort of thing. You don't look at like that compared to let's say Rematch, for instance, which is like bright and colourful, similarly priced games, like online and things like that. This looks more Nintendo than Dragon Drive does, but it has got, like you said, Dave, the weird concept with the controls where you use two mouse controls to move your wheelchair and stuff like that. So I do wonder if there's going to be other control methods and stuff like. Do we want to play with two mouse controllers, Dave?
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? And that's why I think I'll have to wait for a review because it's either going to be a really fun concept or it's going to be boring after like 10 minutes. But yeah, we'll see on it. It's not something that's not something I'm going to run out and pre-order.
No, and as I mentioned, Rematch has sold 1 million copies and had 3 million players. Craig, have you played any Rematch?
no, I haven't yet. I really should give it a go. It's on Game Pass, but it's good that it's doing well. Because we also be a little bit worried with it coming out so close to the Switch 2, right? Kind of just getting lost in the mud around there. But it's good to see it's doing well. Whether it can hold on to those players would be the big thing, I guess.
Yeah, that's always thing with like live service games if they stick around, isn't it? Davey, any thoughts on Rematch?
Needs crossplay. That's my only reason for not playing it so far. I think it needs crossplay. As soon as it has crossplay, I think it will stick around and it'll have an audience, and I think it'll do well because it does seem like a really fun game. And I know the few of you that have played it on the forum really seem really positive on it. But yeah, for me, I need that crossplay, and then hopefully it would come to Switch 2 as well. That'd be a real to play that in bed. I think would be fun. But yeah, it looks like a good game. To be fair.
Yeah, and then the last news one, which is how I made it 8.5, is we had a Dawnwalker showcase, the Blood of the Dawnwalker showcase. Craig, you've been telling me about this one. I've still not actually watched it. You want to tell us about the Blood of the Dawnwalker?
Yeah, so I think it was about a 30-minute showcase. I only watched the actual gameplay part of it. I didn't watch there's a little bit of talky bits as well, I think. But the actual gameplay showcase was about 21 minutes, and it looked fantastic. You could definitely see that there was some big ups from Witcher 3 working on this as well. They showed a lot as well. They showed like what the combat looks like. It's kind of got the I don't know if you guys have ever watched anyone play Kingdom Come Deliverance, where it's got the like directional combat. It's kind of got that, but it looks a lot more fluent than whenever I've watched people do the Kingdom Come one. It always looks awkward and weird, whereas this looked a bit more kind of like a bit more pace to it, a bit more snappiness to it. They showed off like kind of the day and night cycle, how you have different abilities at night because you'll be an actual vampire then. And yeah, no, it looked fantastic. So yeah, that is that. Watching that 20-minute gameplay trailer really was like, oh, this is very much on my radar now, definitely.
Nice. Well, what I did, obviously I haven't seen it here, but when I've seen it previous time, like you said, it did look very Witcher, but instead of being a Witcher, you're now some sort of day walking vampire hunter instead. I think. What about you, Dave? Because obviously it's not horror, but sort of is horror because you got vampires and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not. My hatred for horror is more my hatred for zombies, Pengi, if I'm honest. It looks like it. I mean, the vampire thing is probably the only thing I don't like about it, because I'm kind of bored of vampires. It's like I don't. It would be more interesting if it wasn't vampires. It was just like monsters. But that being said, I think it does look good.
That we don't have that many vampires.
Oh, we got like Twilight, and then we got Vampire, and just vampires a bit. You know, the underworld films, just too much, too many vampires. Make it just monsters, isn't it? But it looks fine. I think it looks interesting. It's one of those that this is not the comparison I mean to make, Craig. So don't take offence to this. It does give me small mind's eye vibes. Where I'm like, can we we'll wait until people have played it, and then I'll judge it. Just because as much as it's more of the team, I hate it's the cleaner from CDPR. That's, you know what I mean. Like I hate all that. It's very rarely works out. So I just wanted like.
Yeah, we used to get that a lot with like Bioshock.
Bioshock was the running joke for a long time, and it was like.
Yeah, and I've seen that.
Ken Levine's babysitter. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, and I've seen that a few times with Celeste. Recently, indies pop up, and it's like the so and so that did so and so on Celeste.
The Journey team is the same, isn't it? Whereas like the coloring person from Journey has made Abzu, and it's like, okay, let's see. But yeah, from what they showed, it looks promising. I think that is as diplomatic as I could say. But yeah, I'd like someone to really get a hands on and be like, oh yeah, this is like good, before I get too excited. How about you, Pengi?
Yeah, like I said, it's one that's definitely sort of on my radar. Do we have a date or anything for it, Craig? Is it just vague 2026 or something?
2026, I believe.
Nice. Cool. And how I made this 8.5 thing, because that is Bandai Namco, and Bandai Namco also had another showcase. They had a Little Nightmares showcase, and Little Nightmares 3 got dated for October 10th, and it's coming to literally like everything. It's coming to Switch, Switch 2, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series, PC, a toaster, everything. Crazy, so you can play it on any system you want, and it's going to have co-op. I think it's going to have a friend's pass, a bit like your Split Fictions and stuff. But yeah, that is coming October 10th. So have you excited that one? Because you quite like the Little Nightmare series as well as me.
Yeah, Joseph Farah, sorry, changing the industry, guys. Changing the industry. What a man. Yeah, I've not actually seen it yet, but no, I did like Little Nightmares 1 and 2. So, yeah.
Does it put you off? This is not obviously the Little Nightmares team. This is Supermassive. Obviously, the Little Nightmares team are going to make Reanimal instead, which is also co-op as well. Both Little Nightmares and Reanimal are both co-op thing, and they both
it's the
very
final
similar.
boss, isn't it? It's the shit. We need to do something different. What we're going to do? Add co-op.
Yeah. They look very.
You can't add a companion. Add co-op.
Yeah. And that wasn't it. They announced a lot of this showcase, Craigie. They announced a season 2 of The Sounds of the Nightmare, which must be like a Spotify music thing. I have no idea what that is. They had a comic book featuring Mono, a new character named Hush, which I don't know if that's a new character from Little Nightmares 3. That's coming October, if you want a Little Nightmares comic book. They announced a young adult novel about a new character called Ruse. If you want a young adult novel, JV, in your Little Nightmares universe.
I think I'm probably okay, but you carry on.
A stop motion thing, which might look like a series, a Little Nightmares series. I'm guessing that's going to be like on Netflix or something. So not a game, like a series sort of thing. So that. They obviously pre-orders are available now for Little Nightmares 3. There's those bundles. There's an remaster of Little Nightmares 1 coming, Craigie, which I think if you pre-ordered like the game digitally on your Xbox or your PlayStation, I think you get Little Nightmares Remastered for free with your Little Nightmares free. But if that makes sense, free and free. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a cool touch. Although it's not a game that I'm like, oh yeah, that definitely needs to remaster. But
yeah. So I don't know if it'll come with the physical, like if there's a code in the box or something for the first game. But yeah, they are doing remaster of that. And to get you excited, Dave, Little Nightmares VR is in development as well.
Huge.
huge. So
VR lives.
VR lives. So obviously you haven't really played Little Nightmares, Dave. Too scary for you. But do you think that's a little bit of overkill for Little Nightmares, where you have a TV series, comic books, young adult, a remaster, a new game, a co-op, a VR stuff? They're going a bit all in with the series, aren't they, Bandai?
Yeah, they're a strange publisher, Bandai Namco, because they do a lot more. If they did their own actual showcase, they would actually have a lot of content that they're putting out at the moment. But yeah, they must see something in Little Nightmares that looks like they can franchise it a bit. But I think I have played the first one, and the first one was alright. It's more creepy than scary, really, isn't it? It's a vibe type of game. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see how this third one does, because if this does really well, then I think you'll probably see 4, 5, and like you said, there'll be even more stuff. But
Do you think that's why Taser went, "No, we're not doing Little Nightmares 3, we're going to go make our own game, even though it looks exactly the same," because they didn't want to get locked into doing 4, 5, 6 and all this series and making content and lore, because that young adult novel's got to fit into the lore most probably somewhere, for instance.
Yeah, I suspect they probably had enough ideas to make Little Nightmares 3, which is why their other game looks so similar. But that's probably where they wanted to end it, I would guess. They probably were like, well, this is the third game. Like, we're a small team. We want to kind of do whatever we want. So I would imagine their game after the game that's coming out is probably not going to be very similar to Little Nightmares. That would be my prediction. Because it is a bit suspect that it's so similar to Little Nightmares. If they didn't want to just make Little Nightmares, they'd just make Little Nightmares, wouldn't they? So I suspect they wanted to do one more game and it be done. And it sounds like Namco were like, no, you're going to be doing this for the next 15 years, forever.
Any other thoughts, Craigie? Or are we done with the news?
Done with the news, I reckon.
That is the news.
Done. Well done, Pengi. So we'll move on to the next section, which is the Craig Warren messy pin section. So Craig.
It is indeed. We had another
away.
quarter come grinding to the end, boys. Although we have gone a little bit early, haven't we, Dan? A couple of days early, but that's because of availability and all of that jazz.
Me having a holiday. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
And Pengi, I think it's on late most of next week, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
It's on an Asta holiday, even better.
Yeah.
So I've got the results from last quarter and then our predictions for next quarter. Just to explain, if anyone doesn't know what it is, we are guessing the Open Critic scores of video games that would be releasing per quarter, and however many out you are will go onto your points total at the end. It's golf score. You want the lowest total at the end. If Chris Pengelly was to predict that Death Stranding 3 got a 80 and it got a 90, then that would be 10 points for Chris, for example. And like I said, it is about being lower, not higher at the end. So I'll quickly run through last quarter's results. I'll go through all the games just very quickly. Fatal Fury hit the walls, 81 at landed on, boys. Dave actually got that spot on, Davey.
Huge.
You know your fighting games, don't you?
I
know
do.
What you're looking for there.
I do.
Although we were all kind of in the ballpark there or thereabouts there. Expedition 33 got a 92. This actually hurt both of you really hard because you both went really, well, I say really low. You both went 80 and 82. So it was plus 12 for Dave on that one. So it's pretty brutal. You should have believed in the French, Dave.
It's true.
I went 87, which was the highest by far and still nowhere near high enough. So that cost you boys quite a bit. The Midnight Walk landed on 80. We were all low 80s. I think Dave was closest. 81. But we were all there or thereabouts with that one. Doom the Dark Ages ended up on 85. Pengi actually was the closest. He went the lowest, 87. And Dave, plus 5 of his 90 there, so that's pretty brutal for Dave. Tua T, boys, or Tuat, as it is actually correctly said. 71 it landed on. I was closest with 70. Chris Pengelly really believed he went 77. Thought that game was going to get. Lost his head there for a bit. That was plus 6 for Paul Pengi. Elden Ring Night Rain landed at what I think was probably lower than anyone for 81. Always 81. I was actually closest on 85, but yeah, we went all the way up to 87 there, which was Dave, which was plus 6 for Dave. Elden Ring fucking you over again, Dave.
Yeah, every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that on fantasy as well, so I think that was my second pick overall. So that, Lost Suicide Boys didn't even release. Fucked it off.
Yeah.
Might be talking about that in a minute though. We'll come back to that. So second time we've had a game not releasing our messy pen. Again, the other one we might come back to in a minute. Rune Factory Boys landed on 81. Dave was closest with his 80. Me and Pengi didn't believe in this at all before launch. Didn't believe in it at all.
No.
Pengi went lowest, 75. +6 for you, Pengi. +6.
Oh no.
Yeah. Mario Kart World Boys, we all went too high here. Landed on 86. I was the highest on 93. I was really trying to manifest that fantasy critic score there, boys. I was really like, right, I've got to go high. I've got to believe in this. And that ended up costing me, +7. I think Pengi went lowest. Yeah, Pengi went lowest on 90.
Nice.
So
It's
Pengi
weird
really.
because like 80. What was it? 86. You said
86, yeah.
It sounds kind of low for a Mario Kart game, but then you play it and it's like kind of feels right as well though. Especially like we didn't have it in the news how they might have messed up online multiplayer of the random and not getting free laps anymore and stuff like that. So great.
Yeah, there's definitely it's a game of highs and lows, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then talking about a game of highs and lows, boys, just mainly lows. Mind's Eye. So it actually ended up, as of today, being on 34, which I believe is lower than Gollum.
I believe it is lower than Gollum.
Atrociously bad.
See, this is the thing. Like, is that game actually worse than Gollum?
It's probably more broken. That's probably what it is.
It looks pretty bad, in fairness.
Yeah, Gollum's on a 37.
There you go. It's worse than Gollum.
Vastly better.
But someone who didn't think it was going to be worse than Gollum was Chris Pengelly, who went for an 80.
Jesus. Why did they go so high?
Yeah. Dave went the lowest.
I haven't got my money from Leslie Pensie's. Pressed it too.
Dave went 70, but yeah, that really hurt you there, Pengi. That was, 46 points just on that one game for you there, Pengi.
Jesus.
But it was all. I mean, it was big numbers for all of us because even Dave on 70. You know, that's still
that's double what it actually got.
Yeah, so that has inflated the scores dramatically this quarter. Let's just say. Death Stranding ended up being a 90. We were all there or thereabouts. So it's actually +1 for me and Dave because we both went either side of 90. And then +2 for Pengi because you went 92.
Oh, it was on 92 for ages as well. That's the annoying thing.
Yeah.
Stupid game spot giving it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, well, they should have had a better representation of London, shouldn't they? And then to round it all off is Tamagotchi Plaza, which only actually has 3 reviews because it only came out a couple of days ago, and I don't think anyone cares. I think it's well, there's no reviews of that.
Yeah, but I was surprised there's not more reviews because it is on the Switch 2, and I thought, you know, review sites like Nintendo Life are like, oh, there's a new Switch 2 game, we better play it and review it, sort of thing.
Yeah, I thought there'd be more than 3 by now, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, it's on a 59. We all went low. I was the lowest on 66. Pengi was the highest on 69. So, boys, the actual results here. And a distant third place, I've got to say, was Chris Pengelly with 97.
Oof.
Yeah, the distant third. But, and this is very, I feel very unlikely to ever happen. We actually have a tie.
Wow.
Joint winners. Me and Dave both ended up on 80, essentially.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. I think we'll just call that a joint win. I think, Dave. We'll celebrate together.
Absolutely. A big shout out to Mind's Eye for that. I think.
Yeah. Mind's Eye killed us.
Pengi, do better next time.
Yeah. What was Tamagotchi? What did we say for Tamagotchi Plaza again?
I went 66. Dave went 67. You went 69. So we were all low, but it's at the moment.
Yeah. And I guess it was Mind's Eye that totally killed me.
Yeah, Mind's Eye really hurt you.
Mm.
Claire Obscure really killed you as well. That was plus
Mm.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
I'm
few.
surprised. Like, I'm
Elden
not
Ring, you went
surprised.
quite high.
I'm surprised how low I went. It kind of makes sense. Like I was thinking, like a Banishers and stuff like that. A different game made by the French. But then after playing it, it's like, oh yeah, this is a 9 out of 10 video game.
Yeah. Right, but that was last quarter, boys. And as time ever continues onwards, we move on to this quarter, which we're not quite in yet, but for the sake of this, we are. I've done the old
What?
random list generator thingy. We're going this time round, we're going Pengi, me, Dave, and then we will snake backwards and forwards as we normally do.
Snake, you say?
Right, pardon?
Snake?
Yeah. Pengi, you're going first, and the
Yes.
first game is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 remake.
What did the
Like
last one get? I will tell you what the last one got. So the last
there you
one
go.
got an 89. That's high.
It's a big
It's
number.
not gonna. It's not gonna be that high, surely. And people are gonna moan about 4 as well, aren't they? Not being like 4 was.
A good day.
I'm gonna go for 80.
Ooh, look, interesting. Right, Chris McGilly's on 80. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for an 86. I think it will be a little bit lower. Dave,
85.
85. Excellent, fantastic. Right, Dave, you going first this time for Donkey Kong Bonanza. How high are we going, Davey?
87.
Ooh, okay. 87. It's a tough one because before the previews before the Switch 2, everyone said that the Mario Kart was the better game. But I feel like this is actually going to be better than Mario Kart. And that last direct they did, it did look very good. I'm going to go 90. Pengi?
88, please.
88. Okay.
I just looked at Mario Odyssey because we're all presuming it's the same thing. I got 97.
Yeah, but people like
That sounds
Mario
good.
more, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could just see from the reviews people going, "Oh, the smashing of rocks to find banana, and there's 200 bananas gets a bit tiresome." Maybe I don't know.
Depends how
But
well.
that's also one of the criticisms about Mario Odyssey. He's got too many moons, and some of them is just like walk a meter, get a moon. Yet that is on 97. So
Depends how well represented Pauline is, I suppose.
yeah.
Right, back to Pengi going first. This could be anything. Shadow Labyrinth, Pengi.
Uh, 79.
It's a good number, Pengi. I like that. Oh, God. I'm going to go 77. Dave?
70.
Woof. Dave does not believe in Pac-Man.
No, I don't. To be honest.
I don't blame you. Dave, everybody's golf hot shots.
74.
Yeah, it's going to be down that sort of
Yeah,
range.
there's too many versions. They're going to have too much different quality. I see there was a big kerfuffle because there's some AI generated content already. So yeah, I think I might even be going too high, but 74.
Yeah, I'm going to go 70 dead on. Pengi?
72.
2. All right, that's Pengi. You first for Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Ah. Mm. Mm. It is .emu. People seem to like that .emu, don't they? And stuff. I don't know if they're a developer, a publisher, whatever.
They're saying it's hard as well. People like hard stuff.
Yeah, they do like hard stuff. It's going to be better than Shadow Labyrinth. I said 79, didn't I, for Shadow Labyrinth?
Yeah.
How much better is it going to be, though? 84. Let's go for an 84.
84. I believe in this. I'm going to go I'm gonna go 88. Dave?
85.
85. And then, Dave, are you going first for a game that you have in fantasy, I believe? Mafia, the Old Country.
It screams an 80.
Screams
I'd
at
like to be
80.
wrong, but it screams an 80 for me.
I'm going to go 75, I think. Pengi?
I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna go 81.
Nice. Yeah,
I
hope I'm
think,
wrong.
weirdly, even though it shouldn't affect reviews, I think the game being 45 quid will affect the reviews. People are going like, oh, like Dave said, it screens on 80 and then they add a little bit on because it's like 45 quid and, compared to other games being 80 quid and stuff now, it will help it, even though it shouldn't really.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it's better than my 75, hopefully, definitely. Right, Pengi, you're going first for Drag and Drive.
What did Welcome to I get?
61 or something.
Something like that. I can't even. 70. Yeah, 61. What did Arms get? Oh, 78. 69.
Nice. Oof. I'm going to go 65. Dave?
I'm going to go 70.
Nice. Another one, which could be anything here for you, Dave. Baby steps, please.
62.
Oh, savage. I wasn't expecting that. I feel like it's going to be better than that, maybe. I'm going to go 70. Pengi?
Oh, either people are gonna absolutely love this and think it's hilarious and it's gonna get very high review, or I watched like Game Mess and Turbo Sean said he played it for 5 minutes and thought it was funny for 5 minutes and then went and played something else at whatever event he was in. I'm going to go for the 71 as well and take the over and hopefully I'm not too far away.
This is very fitting for you, Pengi.
Mm.
For you to go first. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
So this is made by development team. So
It is.
who are they when they are at home? That is the question.
AI. They're all AI.
It could be. It's coming after Death Stranding 2 as well, which might not help it as well. People were like, "Oh, it's not actually Kojima" and stuff like that, and I'm gonna go for 86 there. Still pretty high.
Oh, that's really. I was literally thinking 86. I feel like it's going to get the Oblivion like remaster treatment, where like it looks better, but it is very much the same game, isn't it?
But then that game is like one of the highest rated games of all time. But yeah.
Yeah. Although people are just going to jerk off just for like the music and shit, aren't they?
Yeah, because it's 91 for the original.
I'm going to go 85. Davey.
88.
Dave's getting the highest. Right, Dave. Returning champion here. Lost Soul aside. Obviously, it was delayed out of last one. Do you want to know what you said last time?
Go on then.
You said 78 last time.
I will stick with 78.
Okay. I'm sticking with 78. What did I say last time? I said, where am I? I said 81. It does worry me that this game's been in development for 600 years and it's still getting like delayed a little bit. I'm going to go for the flat 80. Pengi.
What did I say last time?
You said 82. You went the highest.
I'm going to take 81 this time.
81. Pengi's lost faith. He's lost faith, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. You first.
I compared it to Stellar Blade last time, which is on an 81. I was to say people love that now, like the PC version, but I only actually got one review on PC, which is PC Gamer, who gave it a 68. What are they smoking over on PC Gamer?
No one likes PC gamers, thank you. We all know that. Peggy, Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
What did I see for Ninja Gaiden?
You said 84.
83 then.
Okay. 83. What did I say? I said 88. Yeah, I'm gonna go 85. Dave.
80.
80. Dave doesn't believe in Sega. Doesn't believe. Right, Dave. You going first. This is our Souls like slop of the quarter. Hell is us, please, Dave.
It could be anything, couldn't it? I'm gonna go 84.
84.
People seem like they're ready to suck it off.
I'm gonna go 79, Pengi.
85.
85. Pengi believes.
Yeah.
I don't fantasy as well, don't you? So you got to will it into
Yeah.
existence.
Yeah. I think people are gonna absolutely love this. They love a Souls-like. They love Kojima. Even though it's not Kojima, but everyone says it's very like Kojima-esque in storytelling and the characters and everything. So yeah.
Yep. Right, Pengi, you going first. Silent Hill F.
Oh, see, this is like weird development team as well. So, like, how good are this so-called development team? But it's got to be pretty good after Silent Hill 2, surely. And this is like the Konami comeback. I'm gonna go 82.
82. Yeah, because Silent Hill 2 was an 80. Okay. Pengi's going 82. I think that's pretty good, Pengi, I'll be honest. I think that's kind of the ballpark. I'm going to go 84. Dave?
75.
Dave does not believe.
I don't.
Fuck, you're an army. Oh, this is something I know Dave doesn't believe in as well, and he's going first. Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Dave.
Oh, 75. It pains me because I love a Sonic, but no, it's not going to do. If people are moaning about how good Mario Kart is, Sonic doesn't stand much chance.
No. I'm going to go 77. Thank you.
76.
76. All together there. Right, Peggy, you first with Dying Like the Beast.
Oh, I have no idea how these games review. Let's have a look and see how a Dying Light
Quite
review.
well, I think.
I haven't ever.
Dying
I
Light
haven't
2 Stay Human. Oh, it's 76. That's the human.
There's so many Dying Light things. What are they all?
It's a lot of
First one was
DLC.
74, a 52 at 82, a 76, and 76. I'm gonna go for 76 then, seeing the number 2 got that, and this is just like expansion thing.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be lower.
But then the
I'm
following, which was DLC, got 82. So you know.
I guess 74. Dave?
71.
1. Right, Dave Bowinger. Tales of the Shire. It's happening this time, Dave. It's happening.
57.
Right, where is that? 57. Okay. I'm going to go 63. Bengi?
66.
66. Right, Chris Bengelli, Borderlands 4, Big Randy.
I don't know. Do people care about Borderlands? What did the last one get? What did 3 get? An 81 somehow. Oh, I don't think it's going to be that good. 79.
79. I'm going to go straight for what the last one got, 81. Dave?
I'll go right in the middle, 80.
80. And then to finish it off, Sword of the Sea, Dave. This is the Journey people, I think.
Right, so this is either going to get sucked into oblivion and be like 90, or it's going to be given an honest review and it'll be about 70. So I think 78.
78. I'm going to go for I think it looks really good. I'm going for an 83. Pengi?
I'm going to take 84.
84. Pengi's going the highest. Cool, and that is it. There's a lot of games this quarter, and it's quite a busy packed quarter this time around. So,
I'll wait until quarter 4 when there's 50 games just in October.
Yeah, it's going to be the October closest message in next quarter, I think. Looking at it so far. Yeah, that is our picking done, boys. Ready for us to come back to this. Yeah, for quarter 4.
Nice. So we'll end the show as we always do, with what we've been buying and what we've been playing. So, Pengi, what have you bought and played this week?
So the only thing I bought was Death Stranding. Obviously, I played Death Stranding 2 as well, which we talked about. And then the only other thing I played was some more Raidu, like remastered on the Switch 2, which I am now on episode 3 of that. I think there's 12 episodes, and that's just a few hours in. It's fine, sort of thing. You can tell it's a PS2 game that's been remastered and stuff like that, sort of thing. But I didn't pay that much for it. It's like 35 quid, and it's pretty sort of enjoyable, like doing the mystery things. It's not going to set anyone's life ablaze or anything like that. But yeah, it's fine for what it is. An early Switch 2 game as well.
Nice. And is that everything, Pengi?
Yep.
Nice and concise from the Chris Pengelly. Oh, we'll do mine. Purchased a PS5 Slim. There was a whole backstory to this. There was a Mario Kart night, and my girlfriend basically willed me to do it. But I have bought a PS5, so that takes it to 4. For those keeping count. Madness. Yeah, this is the worst gen ever in it. But we carry on. We're enjoying it. The only other purchase, I don't know why I sound so weird with that, was Fast Fusion, because everyone else has bought it. Thought I'd play it. That's a good price. It's one of the games I've played. I'm really enjoying it. It's good. Good fun. They've added quite a lot this week as well, haven't they? They added some more content, so...
yeah, I want to get back to that new content. It's just obviously like Death Stranding 2's come out now. It's like, right, Death Stranding 2 forever now.
Yeah, it's the Chris Pengelly way, but when that dies,
yeah,
you can jump back to some other stuff, can't you? What else have I played? I've played some MotorStorm Arctic Edge on my PSP that arrived. Game's fun, arcade racer. So that's good. That'll be my flight game, I think, next week. On the PS5 Slim, I have gone back to Death Stranding. I wasn't that far on Xbox, and it runs a lot better on PS5, to be honest with you. It's cool. Still really enjoying that game. I do still recommend it to Craig, and obviously I want to finish it so I can try the second game later in the year. Probably the same with Ghosts. Probably the game I play after Death Stranding on the PS5. And then more Switch 2. We've been playing more Fantasy Life. The Girl Who Steals Time. That game is still fun. It's quite a cozy-ish, like, play a couple hours, put down kind of thing. I know Craig's been playing it. He'll probably talk about it as well. But it's one of those type of games you can play a bit in bed and enjoy it, and it's not too brain taxing. It's a fun little game. And then we've played a lot of Mario Kart World online this week. I suspect we'll play more.
Oh yeah, I did play some Mario Kart World. I forgot about that.
You did. You should never forget about your friends, Pengi. But we'll probably play some more, if not tonight and tomorrow night. I'm over 40 hours now on Mario Kart World. Still my current runner for Game of the Year. I love it. It's a lot of fun. But that's all I've been buying and playing. So Craigo, take us home.
So yeah, like I said, mainly probably Mario Kart World. It was in like four or 5 nights in a row, wasn't it? Where we were playing for a few hours each night. I think me and Dave have hit our ceiling at the moment. We are at our ranking of like 7,500 ish, and we will occasionally go up to maybe 7,600, and then we come crumbling back down again, and we just stick around that point forever. That's all we're worth, Dave.
Yeah,
That's our
I'm going to
lives
try and
right
break free of that today. That's kind of one of the goals for my day,
there.
is to try and break free, get above 8,000, but we'll see.
Yeah, we shall see indeed. Um, Other than that, it's some more fancy life. About 15 hours in now. I was doing some of the. I don't know if Dave's got far enough yet, but you get like seeds that or saplings that you can grow at your like little home world thing, and then they turn into a tree, and you give them the tree, and it like spawns like a little mini dungeon sort of thing, which is like randomly generated. You can pick which floors you want to go through and all of that. So I did one of them last night. Took about 45 minutes to do that. And like Dave said, it is very much just the perfect like handheldy, like, oh, I can play half an hour before bed. And I'm not going to get like caught up watching like a cutscene for 2 hours. You do like I did with like Metaphor sometimes and stuff like that. So it's works out very nicely for handheld, definitely. Other than that, like I said, I've jumped back into some more Monster Hunter. I fought the new big bad, like a few times. I think that's it on PlayStation. And then the only thing on Xbox, I have now started 2AT Boys, correctly known as Toet. I think I'm 2 episodes in. It's a weird game. It's very odd. You are playing as a child stuck in a T-pose, Dave. That's the premise of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's odd. It's very episodic. It's just kind of like it's not from what I've like a lot better than like Open Roads or something like that. Definitely. Um, it's got some charm to it. Definitely, it is very colourful as well, and it also has like weirdly good like actual music just as you're playing. There's like some pianos in the background. You're like, oh, this is popping off for what I'm doing. I'm just walking to school. This is cool. But yeah, no, I played a couple of episodes of that. I think there's only like 8 episodes, so I will
And I'm
keep
pretty
going.
sure like the last one's basically all text as well.
There you go. So yeah, I don't think it would take too long. But yeah, it's a nice little change of pace to play every now and again. So I've been playing Monster Hunter. That's my like. Monster Hunter is my actual video game, and Toad's my like. I'm just gonna lie in bed and play this silliness for a bit, sort of thing. But yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. Well, almost under an hour that was, boys. Just over, so that was
Nice.
a good one. But thank you for watching. We will be back mid-July when I return from the US of A. So hopefully the boys have played a lot. So we'll have something to talk about. But yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.